I was one of the lucky 30,000 people to participate in the Marvel Rivals closed alpha test. It was extremely fun, engaging, and fresh. As an avid Overwatch player since the release back in 2016, it is nice to have another title in this genre of gaming. With the closed beta coming up in late July, I just wanted to organize my thoughts, feelings, and aspirations for the game into a video to see how the game evolves and changes. Firstly, this game is extremely fun, fresh, and I love being able to play Doctor Strange, who is voiced by Liam O'Brien. Where are my fellow critters at? Being able to tap into that hero fantasy was awesome and fun to do. In the alpha, I mostly played the Vanguard, tank, and strategist support classes, with my most played characters being Doctor Strange, Magneto, Loki, and Mantis. I played Storm and Black Panther in the damage category as well. All these characters were fun and cool in their own way, some struggling against others as you got more competitive, but still the novelty of them was still there. My Overwatch knowledge has transferred over to this game really well and was extremely fun to be able to enjoy a game type that I like with different characters and maps. Will this game be the Overwatch killer? No. Overwatch as a season 10 in my opinion is a little dry, but Marvel Rivals is definitely not able to kill Overwatch. Rather, if done right, it would be like League and Dota, or Valorant and Counter-Strike, in the same family but going down its own road with its own community. It's not like Valorant killed Counter-Strike, but gave the consumer more options, and both are independent and are constantly competing, which in turn creates a better product for us gamers. That is what I am hoping for in the hero shooter genre. Does this game need roadblock? Now, I'm seeing a lot of players and people advocating for this, which I mean, as an Overwatch fan, I don't blame you. Personally, I don't want to jump the gun on this because it could have bigger ramifications that I'm not sure has been fully thought out. Love the instant queue times and the enablement of flexibility to the player, because we know that there are vastly more DPS players and support players compared to tank players. Personally, I wouldn't mind a roll cap, like only allowing for max of 3 DPS, 2 support, and 2 tanks. Hear me out. Instead of having Q lock into a role, why not just queue and just have it capped? It keeps fast queue times, maintains some player flexibility, creates diversity with some light restraints, making sure you don't have to deal with 5 DPS and 1 support type games. Does this fix it? No, but I think it might be healthier to maintain fast queue times and allow players to easily try different characters. Later down the line, making it so you can prefer a role would be nice, but this is all theory, so let's move on. Something I do like about role lock though is having MMR attached to the role, something the system wouldn't have, which I could make it harder to play different characters in a competitive environment. Now, the freshness and the novelty of the game is great, but these are some things that I'm not the biggest fan of. Team up abilities and destructive environments. Now, the team abilities are fun and all, but I feel like it adds unnecessary complexity to the game. It also makes characters without them useless, and characters with them are mandatory to play together or not playing them at all. For instance, Magneto and Scarlet Witch. I personally thoroughly enjoyed playing Magneto, but he felt comparably worse to extremely strong when either the team up was deactivated or activated. Personally, I think his kit was incomplete without that sword slashing attack. It was fun and gave him a frontline presence that he didn't have without it, since his shield is very temporary and is low to average damage or survivability in the mid-fight. Whereas Doctor Strange seemed to be complete, and the team up gave him a small boost with his AoE attack. This felt good, but not drastically changing his kit. I think these abilities add cool niches that will cause balance discrepancies in the future. Not healthy for the game overall. However, they seem to be not going anywhere, and that might just be my Overwatch bias shining through. Next would be destructible environments. Overall, it seems to be an interesting and cool to access different ways of getting to and from the objective, gaining unique angles on the opponents, or just causing chaos. Where this started to become annoying was on the Tokyo 2099 map, where the bridge building collapsed and literally caused havoc for the attacking team, literally causing the game to glitch out, and having to walk over it in such a buggy manner was irritating for sure. It seems like this is something that they're leaning into and innovating on rather than scaling back. So I'm intrigued on how it will be handled. Moving to third-person shooter element on Marvel Rivals. Third person at first seemed a little daunting and obstinate due to my Overwatch bias. However, I am happy to report that it didn't seem all that bad or hindering. Honestly got so encapsulated into playing Doctor Strange that it soon became innate and not something that I hated or was irritated by, which is something that I thought would be a problem compared to Overwatch. Overall, completely fine and enjoyed third person aspect of Marvel Rivals. Next, the Ultimates. In Marvel Rivals, it seems to be not as thought out and unique as I hoped for them to be. Not to be that guy, but Overwatch Ultimates are usually unique from one another and are a core part of the hero identity. Marvel Rivals Ultimates seem to be all AoE Mega Power I win buttons. Not to say that animation and effects are not unique or cool, but many, and I mean many, of the Ultimates are just AoE attacks or effects. I mean Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, Luna Snow, Mantis, Iron Man, Storm, though it does have some pizzazz, Magneto, Groot, Rocket, Spider-Man, and more. They all feel like a Reaper ult with some unique utility. Not sure how one addresses that complaint, but that is just more personal taste and opinion. And yeah, I think that pretty much sums up my overall summarization of Marvel Rivals Alpha. All things considered, I am extremely excited and ready to dive into Marvel Rivals closed beta in late July. Hopefully this video was able to provide you with some interesting perspectives on this new and exciting game that I know we all want to dive into. With that, make sure you subscribe and click that bell to get notified with new videos getting posted on Marvel Rivals news and updates. Make sure you like if you enjoyed the video and comment if you played into the alpha and we're looking forward to trying out Marvel Rivals. Thank you so much for tuning in and see you next time. Toodaloo.